All right, calling a student who is going through some ugly shit right now. What a deal. I gotta go through this with him.
Hey, Billy.
What's going on, pal?
Hey, brother.
Right.
Apparently I got shit confused. Contract memorandum is not something necessary to file an LP. That's what I just got right now.
No, it's not. So let me take you through this and what we're trying to do. So there's a two-step process when you're doing and clouding title. Step one, the easy way, is to file the memorandum, record it against the property, and then what that does is it clouds title. If anybody goes to buy it, they're going to see that somebody has a contract, they're going to be on notice, and they can't actually close. Now, if they had a title company that is sneaky, they very well may say, F it, I don't care that it has a recorded contract, I'm going to close anyway. And then you're in a lawsuit with the buyer. The other way to do it, that's step number one. Cheaper, faster. Step number two, you have to do a full-blown lawsuit. You have to file a lawsuit against the guy, and at the same time, file an LP on the property. That's the proper way to do it legally with micro. And that's going to cost you some money. And that's what we spoke about initially. And then you came back and said do memorandum. So I'm like following what you're telling me that the attorneys are saying, but there's two completely different ways to do it. One is the real legal route, filing a lawsuit, putting an LP on the property. That has the most protection. It also costs the most. The other way is to file a memorandum. That's less expensive, but it's not 100% bulletproof.
Right. So would you say that maybe a memorandum now would be, let's say, we can aim for the memorandum now to kind of scare the guy with the TOE letter. If that doesn't work, then full on go guns blazing with the LP and the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good route?
That's what I would do. So I would do the memorandum, at the same time have the time of essence sent out, and at the same time I would ask Mike just to draft a one-page letter that says, hey, we've already filed the memorandum against the property. Please take this letter to let you know that we plan on serving you with a formal lawsuit with an LP against the property, being that you're not closing. We don't want to go down that route. Like, it's a simple letter, one page. So that's the process I would do to get this going. And then if in fact he does not still close, let's just say it's another 45, 60 days, then you do the full-blown lawsuit, you file it against it, you put the LP, and you sue him for specific performance for not performing on the contract, and at the same time you serve him with an LP to cloud. Got it.
I was under the impression that the contract memorandum was part of the LP. I understand the difference now.
No.
Good. Yeah, I was just lacking my knowledge, I see.
That's all right. That's what you got me for, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I'm going to reply to that email like, excuse my unknowledgeness. It sounds good, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Yep, my
Thanks
pleasure.
for taking the time.
You got it. So that's what we do, right? So I have the kid. He's a good guy, first deal, hairy. When I say hairy, this deal is hairy. It's a hairy deal. Everything is going crazy. The guy's a hoarder. The guy's nuts. The guy wants to save old milk cartons. Like, we're putting everything in storage. It's a crazy deal. Now he has somebody chirping in his ear saying that he can get $100,000 more for the house, which he can't. There's another wholesaler that's probably out there that just doesn't know what the he's doing, and he's screwing up the whole deal. So listen, when you file a suit, it's a big deal. Like, you don't want to start filing lawsuits against people, but this guy has a contract. They signed it through attorney. He was ready, willing, and able to close. This kid Jesus is doing everything by the book, giving this guy an advance, putting stuff in storage. So now he has the potential. Sorry, he has the process. Jesus could file a memorandum on the property. That's clouding the title. He records it at the county clerk, saying that, hey, here's my contract. I have an interest in this property. We're going to sell. What that will do, it will cloud title. The buyer, whoever the buyer is, his title company could. They shouldn't, but they could just not even look at that whole memorandum piece and just still close. But at that point, he can sue not only the seller for specific performance, and he has to do that before the deed gets recorded. He can also sue the buyer for torturous interference. What that means is that the buyer knows that our buyer was in contract with the seller. The new buyer is going ahead and trying to get this seller of the property to go with him, knowing that there's a contract. Torturous interference. So two people can get sued. Listen, it sucks when you have to go down this road, but when you have a property, you have a ready, willing, and able seller that's doing this, and you have somebody else chirping in his ear, there were attorneys involved for the buy side, the sell side. This deal's 100% like done the right way. You got to protect your interests, and sometimes the only way to do that is with a lawsuit. Hope you learned something.